What's going on, YouTube? Vanilla MX here. I'm just going to do a review on the bike today. It's a 2020 CRF450R. I've had it for roughly about 7 or 8 months now. Put about almost 22 hours on it according to the hour meter. Just wanted to kind of give you a review, my thoughts and everything like that. Now that we have 22 hours on it, I feel like I got enough seat time to kind of accurately review the bike and everything like that. So that's what we're going to do today. If you like this kind of content or anything like that, if you want to see more of this bike, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys. What's up, guys? Just wanted to give you a quick kind of things of what I've done to the bike first before we get into kind of any issues or anything like that I've had with the bike. So again, this bike's the 2020 CRF. I got it through Triangle Cycles out of Danville, Virginia. One of the things I had done to it is I actually dropped it off at a local suspension shop to me called Pro Motion. They're out of South Carolina. Can't forget which town, or can't remember exactly which town right at this moment, but the bike itself, we're looking at, let's see if you can get that, there we go. So we're just shy of 22 hours so far on the bike. Now this bike is the bike that has traction control, you know, engine maps, the start assist, all that good stuff. I will be doing a later video just going over how all those different controls work, or different maps and everything like that. Something else I did, I was actually upgraded the factory foot pegs. I went with Flow. The Flow foot pegs. This is the jet fuel colorway that they have. Probably put about 10 hours on those pegs, and they're still looking good. Definitely still sharp, everything like that. So we actually had replaced the chain and sprockets. I went with Mika Metals. Can't remember exactly what brand chain I went with, but the stock chain is terrible, to be honest. It lasted maybe 8 hours, and it was stretching every ride. So of course chains stretch when they're new, but I mean this one it started getting to where I ran out of adjustment, you know, so it was time to replace it. So when I done that, went ahead and replaced the sprockets, everything like that. Also, you might be able to see it, so put on some work connection radiator braces. Got the black ones just that way they blend in and everything like that. Looks pretty good. And also too, just want to talk about that sticker right there. So that sticker represents as a Veteran MX Foundation. What it is we're actually a motocross foundation. It's basically just active duty and military veterans in the MX community. So we got local races where they host the Warrior class and everything like that, and it's a pretty good time. It's a good thing for veterans. So if you're a veteran watching this, or if you're active duty watching this, or if you know anybody that is in the motocross, send them to veteranmx.com. So that is about it. Haven't really got too much upgrades yet on the bike. The wheels being black and everything like that, I know a lot of the Yamahas and stuff like that with their blue, they tend to wear pretty quick, but I mean, as you can see, they're still looking pretty good. I spray slick products on there just to kind of get it nice and shiny, but they're not chipped or anything like that. They're still looking nice and glossy, everything like that. So I do recommend replacing that. I think within maybe 2 hours this thing was already all nice and scuffed up, so not sure what Honda was doing there, but plan on replacing it with a Henson just to get it looking good, a little extra oil capacity, stuff like that. So We will be doing Yoshi pipes here in the future, just not right now, just not in the budget with everything going on. So, but look forward to that. So now let's get into some of the other stuff that I had with the bike, kind of issue wise. One of the things, and I will be doing a video on it later, just kind of how to replace it and everything like this. So I was actually loaded up to go to a race and the bike wouldn't start. So, you know, here I am. It had like 15 hours on the bike and brand new, and it wouldn't start. So, you know, I was just kind of dumbfounded that, you know, my bike won't start. And then I would get it to, I got it to start like once, and then it would just die out, and then I couldn't get it to start again. So I kind of just took apart the bike, started taking apart the wiring harness, hooked everything back up, and then it crunk up and it ran. So, you know, I thought we were good, and then checked it about an hour later, same story, wouldn't start. What I eventually ended up doing was, I don't know if we can pick it up. It's going to be back behind here. We won't be able to see it unless I take the radiator brace off. Anyways, is I disconnected the kill switch, and then the bike would crank up and it wouldn't die. So we kind of isolated the kill switch and figured out that, I don't know exactly what went wrong with the kill switch. I don't know if it got water in it or what have you, but I typically, when I wash my bikes, I keep the controls covered. So I don't know if it got water in it, what have you, but I will be doing a review video on how to replace the kill switch. And if you run into that kind of issue or anything like that, you know, say for example, you go to start your bike won't start, I would probably check the kill switch. If you know you didn't have any other issues right before then, you know, check the kill switch, see how, because you can typically just unplug it and the circuit will still stay fine. You can crank the bike up. It's just, in order to kill the bike, you would just have to stall it, basically put it in gear and just stall the engine. And the only other complaint outside of the chain being garbage, the kill switch, you know, I'm not really sure what happened there, but is the front forks were really soft. So like if you were going into a turn, everything like that, they would just dive. I mean, especially if you're getting on the front brake going into a turn, you're pretty much using all your suspension that you had. So when I took it to ProMotion, he was already kind of aware that these new Hondas have that problem. So that was one of the things that we addressed when we had it done. So I would recommend, if you get one of these bikes, getting it set up for your weight, get it so that front end will stand up in the stroke and it won't dive on you. But outside of that, I mean, it's been a great bike. I had a 2009 CRF450 before this, and you know, I had the suspension revalved, resprung, everything set up for my body weight. And I have to say, honestly, this bike off the showroom floor, just setting the sag, not playing with any of the clickers, it honestly handled better than my 09 that was set up for my body weight and everything like that. So yeah, I'm going to keep this video short. I just kind of wanted to give you a quick rundown, things I've had with the bike. The power is insane, especially compared to the 09 CRF450 that I had. 09 was the first year they did fuel injection, but it's excuse me, power wise, it's nowhere even close to this bike. I mean, this bike is just insane. So you have the 3 different engine maps, and I think I normally run it on like the normal or whichever the middle map is, because aggressive is just, I mean, it's a little too aggressive, you know. So I'm just a bottom of the barrel C-class rider, so I'm not Ken Roxon out here, you know. I wish I was, but we can't all be like that. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I haven't really had any other issues with the bike other than the factory foot pegs. They dawed out pretty quick. The factory chain was pretty terrible, and the front forks dove in the stroke, you know, like going into a turn pretty hard on the front brake, you know, and it would just pretty much use up all the suspension that you had. And that was even with kind of adjusting it a little bit and everything. So, but up to this point, the bike's been a great bike. I honestly say I love it, and I hope that I can get as many hours out of it as I can. I try to stay pretty meticulous with my maintenance and everything like that, so hopefully everything goes good there. So again, guys, I want to say thank you. You know, the channel's kind of been growing a good bit. It seems like people kind of really like this bike, which is why I'm doing some videos about the bike, review of the bike, you know, the bike running, you know, stuff like that, just because that seems like that's what you guys are interested in. If there's anything else y'all want to see with this bike, let me know. I will be doing some new stuff to it. I also got the Pro Taper come out with their new hole shot device, which is basically a self-activated hole shot device, so you can actually lock it with just one person. I got that on order right now. The company I got it through order on is Privateer Connection. If you guys are interested in getting that Pro Taper Sella hole shot device, go to privateerconnection.com. Give them a call. They're great people over there. But whenever I do get that in, I will be doing a unbox video, install video, and then kind of like a review. So I'll give you guys some video footage of a difference with that hole shot device, everything like that. So again, guys, thank you. And then just like and subscribe. If you got any questions, just comment below. Appreciate you guys.